Well, hello, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. My name is UnrealEntGaming, and welcome back to another episode of this week's Fan Mail of the Week. It is March 6th, 2015. We're 2 months away from, of course, one of the biggest movies ever, The Avengers 2. We're about a month away from, Revival of F, a few months away from Jurassic World, Fast and Furious 7. We have Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimensions coming out this month. A lot of great movies coming out in the next couple of months. So I really hope you guys have your eyes set on that because it's going to be absolutely amazing. Of course, following up with the Dragon Ball Xenoverse, I hope you guys have been enjoying that entire series as well. In case you guys have missed any episode, you guys have missed a lot, including some epic multiplayer battles. I actually had a fantastic multiplayer battle. I believe it was on the 3rd of March against somebody. It was a one-on-one, and the fight was just absolutely amazing. I forgot who it was. It was just a random lobby, but me and him were like duking it out for like at least 2 hours, like literally back and forth, back and forth. It was just absolutely phenomenal. So if you guys want to battle me, if you guys want to team up against me, if you guys want to fight the Saiyan brothers, let me know in the comment section below, guys. And of course, if you guys haven't already done so, please go on ahead and check out my second channel. The link will be in the description below at UnrealEnt Network. On there, you're going to find a whole bunch of alternative stuff that you won't find on here. Dying Light, Dragon Ball Xenoverse, WWE 2K15. The whole shebang is going to be on that channel, including some epic vlogs and whatnot. So in case you guys want to go on ahead and check that out, you guys can go on ahead and do so. So right now, I am going to initiate once again and begin with our first question of the week. And it is from...
Hey Alex, it's Kenneth Davis here, and I'm wearing I have Trunks' hairstyle right now. Yes, I have, so if you're complaining, if it's blue, it's not, it's purple. So, anyways, question number 1. If you were in Bill's position, if you were able to fight a Goku as a Super Saiyan God, would you blow up the planet or no? Question number 2. If you were in Whis' position, would you fight a Goku first, the God, or would you allow Beerus, aka Bills, to fight him on his own? Question number 3. And let's say an alternative timeline, Bills, Whis team meet up together and take on God Goku. Do you think he'll be crushed? I certainly do. God Goku will be crushed, man. You need like a Super Saiyan God 3 fusion to knock them out. just kidding. And question number 4. Did you saw the third episode, the third trailer for Dragon Ball Z Light of Hope? If you liked it, tell me why, because I want to hear your opinions on the third trailer of Dragon Ball Z Light of Hope. For me, I liked it because about time they got Trunks' hair right, and I'm surprised he's not future Trunks yet. And I saw Gohan become a Super Saiyan while he's fighting 17. It was epic, yeah! Oh my god. Anyways, question number 5. Let's say, what if Gotenks never became a Super Saiyan 3, he became a Super Saiyan 2 instead? I just want your full options on that. And my last question is, it's a prediction. What if Super Saiyan God Goku has red hair, God Vegeta has blue hair? Wouldn't that make God Gogeta have purple hair? Or God Vegeta have purple hair too? Because I don't even know. And that's my questions. I hope you have an amazing week. And I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy your week. And I hope you had a great day, my friend. Peace. Yeah, money.
What the hell? Did you guys see what happened in the end? Like, what did you transform into something? Like, are you some kind of like a unicorn dick monster, like Saiyan fighter from like hell or something? Like, did you guys see that? I mean, the hairdo is pretty cool. I will say that. But aside from that, Mr. Kenneth, thank you for the questions. To answer your first question, if I was in Beerus' position and if I was offered to fight God Goku, I would definitely do it just for like the cheap thrill. I always often thought that Beerus never took Goku serious to begin with. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys already know that. You know, Beerus never took Goku serious to begin with because he never used his full power, whereas opposed to Goku actually used his full power against Beerus during that fight. But if I was in Beerus's position, I wouldn't really blow up the planet, but what I would do is after I'm done kicking Goku's ass, I would tell Goku, alright, well, if there's a way for you to like channel your energy right now and combat me in the highest form possible, I'm going to allow you to do that right now, which indicates that yes, I do want to fight Goku and Vegeta's fusion, whether it be Gogeta or Vegito. That would be my first incentive plan, is to take on the fusions first, because obviously the fusions would be a much more suitable opponent for me, at least, because their powers would either have an additional add-on or a multiplying add-on to them, especially if you're a Vegito, multiplication power and the rivalry boost. And so I would much rather take on Vegito, and I would much rather beat Vegito down into the ground and have him eat his own earrings. That's exactly what I would do if I was Beerus. If I was Whis, on the other hand, to answer your second question, would I fight or would I just watch? Honestly, after Beerus is done fighting Goku, I would love to fight Goku too. So what I would do is I would restore Goku's powers, and I would say to him, alright, well, you fought my protege, and now I want you to fight me because I want to see where you stand against me, because I know where you stand against Beerus, but now I personally want to know where you stand against me. So, of course, I would fight with Goku, and I would love to see Whis fight Goku. And if I was Whis, yeah, I would fight with Goku because I would want to see like his form and his techniques and stuff. But if Whis fought Goku, I think it would end faster than you think it would, because Whis is just that smart, and Whis is just that knowledgeable in battle that I do believe that he would actually break Goku down little by little. So in that particular order, I would have it to where Whis does fight him, but Whis is training him at the same time. So to answer your third question, I don't really understand what you meant by that, like Whis and Beerus teaming up against Goku in a different reality. That just means that Goku has to be so powerful in that reality that they have no other choice but to team up against him, and I really don't see how that's possible, because what you're telling me is that Goku is so strong that it requires two deities to fight him off. Like, that right there is kind of like, it kind of doesn't make any sense. It's like, okay, alright, well, I guess that doesn't make any sense, but we can flow with it either way, right? To answer your fourth question, the Light of Woe. Alright, well, all of you guys already know that I am against any live-action Dragon Ball Z production, period. I feel as if the actors aren't acting their hearts out. I feel like the production value is low. I feel like the graphic effects are low. I feel like the stories are mediocre. So for Light of Woe, they have a great, choreographed fight battle. They have a great trailer. They have like some very interesting characters. I'm not against it fully, but I am against it in an essence, because yes, it is a live action trailer. Even though it's a fan-made thing, I have nothing against that. But Dragon Ball Evolution just nearly killed it for me, man. Of course, in Hollywood, to do Dragon Ball Z properly, you're going to have to need the right actors. You're going to have a lot of money, and you're going to have a big-time director like fucking Peter Jackson, or, Christopher Nolan, or fucking Michael Bay, or whatever, man. Just a huge caliber director in order for him to make this film. And it's gonna have to go based off of something along the lines of Frieza, Cell, and Buu, because if you go back to like Vegeta and Nappa and all these kind of things, like, it wouldn't be as interesting as it would with these characters. So my thoughts on that, just for me as of right now, I can just say one word: patience, because I want to see what they have cooking up next. So to answer your fifth question, if Gotenks was a Super Saiyan 2 instead of a Super Saiyan 3, what would have happened? Gotenks would have died. That's exactly what would have happened. Gotenks would have been slaughtered. He was being beaten down either way, but it just gave him that much of an edge for him to go in there and with his whole cocky bravado, hey, I'm going to defeat you. And it worked to a degree, but in the end, he ultimately got his ass kicked. So, well, what happened to Gotenks? He failed. Even though he tried, he failed. So what would have happened was that he would have died much sooner rather than later. So, and to answer your final question, God Gogeta having purple hair, it's a far-fetched idea. I don't think he's gonna have purple hair, just because of the whole like red and blue mixture, you're gonna get purple, blah blah blah. Like I don't think that's what's gonna happen, honestly. If they were to introduce that kind of a character, I think it would be kind of silly for him to have purple hair. I think he should have red hair. Because that just makes him look more of like a badass. But in terms of having purple hair, that's more along the lines of Trunks, as you already know. I think Trunks should just stick to that whole, you know, purple hair thing. But as for Gogeta, it wouldn't suit him, so I don't see why in the world they would ever do that. So, but anyways, Mr. Kenneth, thank you for your questions, man, and I hope you have a great weekend, bro. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Joshua. Hey, Alex, I have a couple of questions, and that is all. Question number 1, thoughts on Broly tards? Oh, boy. What I think he means is all the excessive Broly fans. Question 2, did you know about Godzilla PS3 comes out this year? Yes, I did. Question 3, who would win, Godzilla or Goku? Question 4, who would win, Galactus or Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta? That is all. Thanks for the answers. Goodbye. Well, thank you for the questions, Mr. Joshua. Now, to answer your first question, Broly tards. Okay, well, define what a Broly tard is, because if you're referring to all the people that are madly obsessed with Broly, I will say this. Broly is a great character. Like, he's such an interesting character. He's a tank. This dude is like, he's got to be at least 8.5 feet tall. Like, this dude is huge, especially in like his legendary form. This dude's like 9 feet tall. He's a 9 foot, like 1,000 pound muscular Saiyan that can move really, really fast. We saw when he fought, you know, all of the Saiyans on, you know, on that planet where Kame Kamori was gonna hit. Broly was actually keeping up with everybody. He fought Trunks, Vegeta, Goku, Gohan, and Piccolo, and he was able to smash them all down. You know, although I do believe that he is overrated in the sense where people believe that he could actually take on anybody, given the fact that his power always increases. That is a mistake and a flaw that I think the creators of Dragon Ball Z have implemented, because just because, you know, Broly's power rises doesn't really necessarily mean he can go on ahead and conquer the world. As strong as Broly is, I do respect the character of Broly, and he's sort of like a schizophrenic character. Like, he does all of this out of rage and pain. Can you imagine if Goku never made him cry? Can you imagine if, like, you know, King Vegeta never wanted to kill him, how he would turn out? The dude would actually turn out to be like a really credible asset to the Z fighters. Can you imagine if Broly was a good guy? So I don't have anything against Broly. I just have something against the people that often say, oh, Broly could defeat, you know, Kid Buu. Broly could actually power up to be as strong as, you know, Beerus. Broly can combat Vegito easily. First of all, Broly would get slaughtered by Vegito. I don't care what version of Broly you're talking about, whether it be Legendary Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 3, he would get slaughtered by Vegito. Number 2, Beerus, a deity, a god entity, would smash Broly very easily. Kid Buu. Kid Buu is another character that would smash Broly very easily. And if by some miraculous chance Broly manages to get the best of Buu, guess what? Buu absorbs him, and that's the end of Broly. So Buu wins either way. So Broly fans, I am a Broly fan. I'm not a quote-unquote Broly tard, but I love Broly. I would love to see him one more time be brought back in a much different fashion, sort of say. I would love to see him return in a different manner. But I don't think he's as bad as some people say. I mean, yeah, he's overrated, but he's nothing to just, you know, get all mad about, because after all, he is a part of the Dragon Ball Z universe, and without him, you know, many things wouldn't have been the same as they are. So to answer your second question, yes, I do know about the Godzilla PS3 game, and from what I've been reading, supposedly that Godzilla game is also supposed to be coming out for the PS4. So if that actually happens, I'm gonna be very, very happy. Godzilla dropping for the PS4. I mean, that's awesome. It's like I forgot what the game was. I think it was Destroy All Monsters or something like that. It's pretty much similar to that, and it's pretty awesome because, like, I myself would love to fucking, you know, play as Godzilla and go up against anybody out there who wants to use a different, you know, character, sort of say. But yeah, I do know about the game. The game's gonna be awesome. I'm definitely gonna get the game, and we're just gonna have to wait and see, because like I'm really skeptical right now to see how exactly it's going to turn out, because the game can turn out one of two ways. The game could be a huge success, or the game could be a huge failure. So to answer your third question, without a shadow of a doubt, if it was Godzilla versus Goku, Goku would slaughter Godzilla. Easy. That's not even a debatable question. And to answer your final question, Galactus versus Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Sorry, Galactus, but I'm gonna have to say my man Gogeta would destroy all. Like, Galactus wouldn't even be there anymore. Like, there would be nothing left of Galactus. If Gogeta stepped in there with Galactus, there would be nothing left of Galactus. So my vote on that is essentially with Gogeta. So, but anyways, Mr. Joshua, thank you for the questions, my friend, and I hope you have a fantastic and a wonderful weekend, my friend. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Lewis Miller. Alex, you're the best, man, but I have one personal question to ask. All right, here we go. Long story short, there was a girl that I like. Oh boy, here we go. She's into dudes who are fit, like bodybuilders and stuff. She's talking to this one kid named Josh, and he's my competition. I don't know what to do. He has 8 months on me with her. I've known her before she's known him, but she's into him because he's in great shape, six-pack and all. She also tells me that he's a great person. What should I do, man? Should I give up? Because I don't want to, because I truly care about her, and she tells me she likes me, but I don't know what's up with her. Wow, that's a really damn. And question number 2, this isn't just for Alex to answer, okay? I need anyone who is a bodybuilder or pro workout fitness trainer to help me, okay? So this implies to anybody who's in shape to watch this and listen to this question. What is the best way to increase mass? I don't care so much about abs. I want to hit 220 pounds. I'm 170. What should I eat in terms of diet? Please help. Well, damn. Well, to answer your first question, I always get questions like these, man, and it's often from guys. Like I've rarely gotten anything from like females, you know, that consist with guys. But to answer that question, all right. Well, the obvious answer is just to like keep it moving because she's into the wrong kind of guys. But you're saying that you don't want to give up on her because you truly care about her, and obviously she really means a lot to you. So, of course she's talking to this kid, and he's into all these things and whatnot, and of course you shouldn't change who you are, but that correlates to your second question. It's like if you're asking myself and whoever's watching this who is a bodybuilder slash, you know, fitness trainer for diet tips and pretty much workout tips, you're insinuating that you want to become like this kid Josh in terms of shape. You want to look better than him, of course, for you to gain her attention. When you just told me that she likes you, that's an obvious indication that she has your attention and you have hers. But if you feel as if you want to give up, you shouldn't necessarily give up yet. I don't know the girl. You didn't really describe her too much, but the way you described her often seemed like she's into... Of course, she's into bodybuilders and stuff like that, and according to you, this kid Josh, he has an incredible physique, and you know you're talking about all these things. So of course, she's into that kid for obviously first and foremost for his body, depending on, you know, how much he lifts and stuff like that. I mean, you know, it could vary. But he's known her for, he's got 8 months on you, which indicates that he's ahead of the curve. He's been with her and talking to her and doing whatever with her for 8 months now. And so that means that you need to start catching up, because if you don't, you're ultimately going to fall flat and you're going to lose her forever. Now, of course, I know that situation. I used to be in a very, very, very similar situation a very long time ago. And it truly does suck. It sucks knowing that, you know, you're in that state where you can't really do much because you know how the outcome might be. So, for me personally, I would say for you to gain her attention, gain her momentum, acknowledge her more than he does, you know, ask her about her day, talk to her, don't be too much all up on her shit, because obviously that could probably draw her away. Varying on the situation, on how you approach things, try not to, like, you know, go all up into it, because if you do, it's just going to cause a rift between you two, so you don't want to do that. obviously, in terms of the kid Josh, you do want to look better than him. You do want to focus more on, improving yourself as well as benefiting her by, showing her that, hey, listen, I got the same kind of features as he does. But, if she knows you well enough, it's kind of sad to see that she's going to choose him over you. You told me that he is described as being a good person. So, I mean, it's a very hard situation to deal with, man. I would say keep pursuing her. Don't stop. Show her that you care, but don't be too much on her. Don't message her like every single hour, every single day. Let her breathe. But at the same time, do things that are different, I would say. And to answer your second question, to increase mass, it's all about what you want to eat, man. Like right now, I'm on a bulk stage, and personally for me, yes, whoever is reading this or watching this, that's a bodybuilder as well. I want some answers as well. You want a good way of increasing mass? For me, I'm in my bulk stages. I am eating and consuming a lot of carbs, which are primarily white rice, bread, chicken, tuna, and stuff like that. I had a friend who told me to pretty much do dirty bulking, which consists of cheeseburgers and pizza and chicken and all that kind of shit, and just fluctuate with that in the gym. But of course, that creates a lot of unnecessary fat. So for you, I would recommend the same thing. Just eat cleanly in terms of like lots and lots of chicken, tuna, bread, rice, and stuff like that, and just keep consuming that if you don't care about too much abs per se. But you don't want to become like a fat guy either. So when you eat all those things, go to the gym and like just bang that shit out like 1,000%. Because if you don't, you're ultimately gonna look very, very flabby and very, very out of shape. And you don't want to do that, especially if you want to impress this girl. So it's pretty hard to state at this point, given the fact that your situation with her is kind of like different. Yeah, I mean, if you see him as a threat, just don't be so bitter, don't be so prideful, don't be selfish and look at him and go, fuck him, this, that, and third. She likes him for an obvious reason, and she likes you for an obvious reason. So just swallow your pride and just try to make the most out of it. Eventually down the road, you're going to see for yourself whether or not she's worth it or not. You're saying that she's worth it, but that's ultimately up for you to decide. So I really hope that you overcome that. And if you don't, I mean, there's plenty of fish in the sea. She's not the only person that's going to roam this earth who's going to catch your attention, right? So, but anyways, my friend, I hope you get by the situation, and I hope you have a wonderful day, my friend. And now moving on to the next question, which is from William. Alex, I think you are a great wrestler. I feel as if you need to branch off and rise already into companies like Evolve, ROH, and New Japan. Here are my questions. Well, as much as I appreciate that, I don't think I'm necessarily ready for those kind of companies, but let's see what you got to say. Question number 1, name 3 indie names you would love to face this year if you could. Question 2, 1 dream opponent in New Japan. Question 3, if you can create a tag team with any indie name, who would you want to team up with? Okay. Question 4, goals in 2015 in terms of wrestling. Well, thank you, William. To answer your first question, if I had to wrestle 3 indie names this year, who would it be? All right, well, first off the bat, I do want to say that I appreciate the comments, and if I had to wrestle 3 names, the first name right off the bat for me would be Ricochet. Ricochet versus Alex Mason, I think, would be a very interesting contest for show. I think Ricochet is one of the best independent performers in the world right now. It's really hard to match this guy in terms of everything he does. And I think me and Ricochet would put on a great show, and I would learn a lot from him because he is a very knowledgeable person to learn off of, and it would be more than humbling for me to wrestle Ricochet. So I would have to say Ricochet would be number 1. Number 2 would be one-on-one. I would love to wrestle the Amazing Red. He is my teacher. He's my mentor. But I never had the opportunity to step in the ring with him one-on-one on a main show. I would love to do that. I would love to wrestle Red one-on-one. And I think it's a teacher versus student thing. So I feel as if me and Red would put on a fantastic show. Red is an absolute fucking monster, believe it or not. Even though he's like 5'7", the dude is just absolutely very, very skilled in so many different aspects. So I would have to say Ricochet, Amazing Red, And the third and last indie name that I would love to face this year would be Adam Cole. Adam Cole is a terrific wrestler, Ring of Honor champion, of course. And I think Adam Cole and me would tell a very good story in the ring. Obviously, he's very young. I'm very young, but I'm also very hungry. And Adam Cole would be a good factor in that ring, because I feel as if me and Adam Cole would go the extra mile, and I would learn a lot from Adam Cole. Adam Cole is another branch out superstar, and for me, those three would have to be my picks, because those guys right there are the best in the world, and you can learn so much off of them. You know, Ricochet, Amazing Red, and Adam Cole. So for me, it would have to be those three. And honest to God, I don't know if that's gonna happen this year. I mean, one can only pray, right? But yeah, it's just I would have to say those three for sure. To answer your second question, if I had to name one dream opponent in New Japan Pro Wrestling, who would it be? That is very hard. I would have to say Tanahashi. He reminds me a lot of of Kenta, and I was a huge fan of Kenta. Still am, Hideo Itami. But I would have to say Tanahashi. Tanahashi is a very, very gifted and miraculous superstar. Of course, I watched Wrestle Kingdom, and that match that he had was absolutely fucking devastating in all aspects. So I would have to say Tanahashi. To answer your third question, if I could create a team with any indie name, who would it be? I would create a tag team with probably Kenny Omega or AR Fox. Those would be my two guys that I would love to pair off with, for various reasons, depending on if you're a heel or a face, depending on, size ratio. Of course, I am getting bigger. I'm working out a lot. I had a early ankle injury that none of you guys know about back in January. I hurt my ankle really, really, really badly, and I had to cancel some bookings because of my injury. I couldn't even walk straight. I was like, what the fuck? And I injured myself in the ring, doing some stuff. And yeah, but I would have to say those two would be my pick. And to answer your final question, goals for 2015 in terms of wrestling, I want to wrestle as much as I physically and possibly can, because I really want to wrestle like all sorts of people, any company, anywhere in the world, so as long as I'm in there and I'm just perfecting my craft. And I feel as if I would not have a problem wrestling anybody, because that's exactly what I want to do. Is I want to wrestle these people and these names. I mean, just really, for me, it's a learning experience, and I'm very humbled by that. So for me personally, I would say that for some of the goals for 2015 are definitely to capture some gold, put some gold around his waist, and of course wrestle everybody and anybody I can possibly get my hands on, because I am a competitor and I welcome that, and I would love to do that. So those are just some of my goals, of course. And of course, training more in terms of bodybuilding and in terms of athletics, wrestling more in the ring and stuff like that. So just a lot of different goals, actually varying on the situation, like what exactly you're talking about. But for wrestling, just wrestling as much as possible, and possibly, hopefully this year, getting a spot somewhere, even if it's a dark match somewhere in Dragon Gate or Evolve or whatever. Definitely do that. So, but anyways, William, thank you for the questions, man, and I hope you have a very, very awesome day, my friend. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Game Time Axe. Hey man, I hope you've seen my tributes I made to you, man. You're a true inspiration. Thank you, man. I haven't seen them, but I'm going to check them out as soon as I'm done with this. Here are my questions. All right, question number 1, Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta versus Baby Broly. Who do you think would win? Question 2, what are your thoughts on Akira possibly leaving the Dragon Ball Z franchise? And question 3, can you please do more workout vlogs? What is your Instagram for workouts? Thank you, man. Really appreciate it. If oh, by the way, bringing up tributes and whatnot. For those of you out there listening to this, if you guys are artists, or if you guys just so happen to do something, create something about me, if you guys drew me on a sketch, if you guys happen to create a tribute video for me, whatever you guys do that involves my name, I truly am grateful for that. And what I'm going to start doing is, if you guys have made any sort of gift for me, I guess you could say, whether it be you guys drew a picture of me, or if you guys did something on my behalf for me, if you guys made a video for my tribute or whatever, I will start featuring that, because it is really rare for me to get those, and I truly appreciate that a lot if you did that, Mr. Game Time. So thank you so much for that. Really, truly. And to answer your first question, Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta versus Baby Broly. Baby's very strong depending on who he can infect. So I think if he infected Legendary Super Saiyan Broly and upped him up a notch, I do believe Broly would be a very, very serious competitor. So, I don't know. Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta would be a very formidable foe. So I don't know. That's a very tricky question. If Gogeta took the fight serious, then maybe Gogeta. But I would have to say Baby Broly, because Baby's able to, you know, he's a parasite. He can influence Broly to do so many things that, you know, that can stretch out further than the norm. So for me, I would have to say Baby Broly, because Baby can influence Broly to do so much, and if needed, he could transform further, just like how he did with Vegeta. He allowed Vegeta to keep, you know, transforming himself and whatnot. So Baby would do that with Broly, and his power would consistently increase. And Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta versus Baby Broly Ascended would be such a great fight. But I think in the end, Baby Broly would win, given the fact that if he transforms even further, he'll probably be as strong as a Super Saiyan 4, if not beyond. But Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta, the only way he would win is if he takes the fight right off the get-go and attacks Baby Broly right then and there. If he doesn't, then he just lost his opportunity on pretty much becoming the best. So for me, I would have to say Baby Broly. I know some people might disagree. They might say, oh, Gogeta's very strong. But for me, I have to say Baby Broly, because the dude would be so fucking ridiculously strong, you guys have no idea. So to answer your second question, if Akira Toriyama leaves Dragon Ball Z, man, as much as I want to say, you know, the show's going to go on, I think it'll be the end of Dragon Ball Z, man. Dragon Ball Z is such a magnificent franchise that I think if Akira Toriyama leaves, who's going to carry the torch? Who in this world can do a better job than Akira Toriyama at Dragon Ball Z? You know, only Akira Toriyama knows what's best for Dragon Ball Z. That's his baby. That's his creation. So if Akira Toriyama decides to leave one day, which I really doubt he will, but, you know, just by talking by mere sheer coincidence, by whatnot, if Akira Toriyama leaves, I do think it'll be a very, very bad thing to do, because there goes the entire franchise in essence. Because if we put somebody else in charge, essentially we're gonna have GT all over again. And I know how you guys feel about GT, so I mean, would you really want to see GT all over again? So for me personally, if Akira Toriyama leaves, I think you guys might as well just say goodbye to Dragon Ball Z, because it'll not be the same ever again. But I really doubt he's gonna leave ever, because why would he want to just leave his creation like that? You know, Dragon Ball Z for him essentially has been, you know, such a huge success, and now with Revival of F coming out, you know, like the franchise is growing even more. So I don't think he's ever gonna leave personally. So I mean, that's just my thought. And to answer your third question, if you want to see more of my Instagram, you can go to instagram.com /UnrealStudioEnt. On there, like I said, I will be posting a lot more. If you guys want to see more of that, you can go to AlexMason47. I have a whole bunch on there too. So pretty much, I mean, in terms of workouts, I'm going to keep delivering and keep doing more, so you can see more and get an idea of what I do. But yeah, those are pretty much the basis, and I will be doing more logs for you guys, so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. So, but anyways, Mr. Game Time, thank you for the questions, and I hope you have a great day. And once again, everybody, thank you all for watching this episode of Fan Mail of the Week. My name is UnrealEntGaming. If you guys are fans, don't forget to subscribe. Leave your thoughts and your questions in the comment section below. If I don't get back to you, I apologize. There's so many questions that come my way. If you guys want to see more, don't forget to check out my second channel at UnrealEnt Network. Like I said, in the comment section below, you're able to find the link, and you're able to go on ahead and check that out as well. So once again, guys, thank you all for watching. God bless you all, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Take it easy, everybody. Oh, and by the way, that Xenoverse battle, if anybody wants to, you know, accept my challenge, let me know. All right, guys, take it easy. Peace.